Welcome to part 2 of the Onomatopoeia Pop Art Inspired illustration. Let's call it that. So here we go. What I've gotten already finished is that all of my shapes are dry and they're cut out. Everything is ready to go except for the S that I got a little carried away with the paint. And I got bored with some of my shapes, so I made more of them. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got to think about how we want to arrange all these shapes and all of these pieces to where it makes sense. So I am going to change views, and you're going to see me down in the corner. Hi guys. And I've got my background. I forgot to mention that. So here's the next thing you're going to make. You're going to make one piece that's going to go under all your other pieces, and it's going to hide under everything else. You don't have to paint the whole thing with the full pattern, because most of it is going to be hidden with one of your shapes. And as you can see, that's a good fit. I like how some of my places do what's called breaking the format or breaking the frame. That means it's leaving the rectangle just a little bit. Then I'm going to stack my next shape on top of it and test it out for fit and see if it works. Maybe it works this way. Those of you who got to do the dragon, we played with, does it work upside down? Does it work sideways? See what works for your picture. Then you're going to put the next piece on and test for alignment, shape, and what's called formatting, or all the other things that you can add in there. So you're testing to see how it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, move it around. Next, you're going to add other pieces. If you decided to make them, I made these a yellowy orange instead of a reddish orange. And I'm just arranging my parts to see how it works together. And I might need to make one or two more, and that's okay. No, I'll get further away. When you leave it like that, it feels a little more dynamic, right? Okay. That one over there. See how it's leaving the frame just a little bit. I might put that one there. Yeah. That means I've got to put this one up here maybe. Okay. So if you've got glue, great. If you don't, this is where you stop. You're going to take a picture of what you got and send it to me in the Google assignment using the Add or Create button in the My Work tab. That's all. That's it. If you've got glue and you want to be able to show this off, you're going to glue everything into place. Dot, dot, not a lot. Actually, it almost doesn't matter if you've got a ton of glue. I do. You might not. So you've got to figure out what works for you. If you want to glue it and you don't have glue, after you take a picture, you're going to take all your pieces, you're going to put them in a plastic bag, and you're going to hold on to it until we see each other next, or when you ever get glue in your house. Okay? I'm not expecting you to have glue at your house, because that's kind of one of those art class or classroom sorts of things. So, if you've got it, great. If you don't, I understand. So I'm going to just finish this up and glue my pieces into place. See how it's curling? I kind of want that three-dimensional sort of feel to it. So I'm going to leave it that way. If I didn't like it all curled and funny looking, I'd probably put something heavy on it with a piece of wax paper on top so it dries flat. But I like how dimensional it is. That's kind of my thing. And just like at school, the glue dries clear, even at my house. I know, crazy, right? the laws of thermodynamics and fluid dynamics operate everywhere globally? No way. It's almost like science happens everywhere. It feels like it's already stuck. Must add some more paint or something there. There we go. Put my goopy smash there. And I'm being pretty generous with my glue because the back of my my project here, I don't know if you can tell, it's glossy cardboard from my Cheez-Its box because we have a Cheez-Its problem. So I'm going to tap it. It's a little bit of glue squishes out, no big deal. Put this one here. It doesn't even have to be the same as the way you put it down the first time. It's kind of one of those things where you do you, as long as it looks good and you're happy with it in the end. Alright, so there you have it. A finished Pop Art Inspired Onomatopoeia. Don't forget to put your name on it someplace. Share it with your family. But before you do any of that, make sure you clean up, because nobody wants to clean up your painty mess. You don't even want to do it, let's be honest. So, I'm going to sign off, and hope that you send me some really amazing pictures. Take care of yourselves. Be healthy, be safe, and above all, be very kind to your loving family members. Never mind my big hairy arm there. Till we meet again.